and says Israeli strike on Gaza school killed 6 of its staff. UNRWA said this was the 5th time Al-Jayuni school had been hit since the start of the war. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees UNRWA says 6 of its employees have been killed in an Israeli airstrike on a school it runs in central Gaza. Gaza's Hamas-run civil defense agency said a total of 18 people were killed in Wednesday's strike on Al-Jayuni school in Nuseirat refugee camp, which is being used as a shelter by thousands of displaced Palestinians. Israel's military said it carried out a precise strike on terrorists planning attacks from the school, and that it had taken measures to avoid harm to civilians. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres condemned the strike, saying, "What's happening in Gaza is totally unacceptable. These dramatic violations of international humanitarian law need to stop now," he wrote on X, formerly Twitter. UNRWA said the attack marked the highest death toll among our staff in a single incident since the start of the war between Israel and Hamas in October. It also noted that it was the 5th time the school had been hit over the past 11 months. In July, 16 people were reportedly killed in a strike which the Israeli military said had targeted several structures at the school used by Hamas fighters. Israel's ambassador to the UN, Danny Danon, hit out at Guterres' criticism. "It is unconscionable that the UN continues to condemn Israel in its just war against terrorists, while Hamas continues to use women and children as human shields," he said. Hamas, which is proscribed as a terrorist group by Israel, the UK and other countries, has denied using schools and other civilian sites for military purposes. Israeli forces launched a campaign to destroy Hamas in response to the group's unprecedented attack on southern Israel on the 7th of October, in which about 1,200 people were killed and 251 others were taken back to Gaza as hostages. More than 41,080 people have been killed in Gaza since then, according to the territory's Hamas-run health ministry. Video of the aftermath of Wednesday's strike showed hundreds of people inspecting the heavily damaged ground floor of one wing of Al-Jayuni school, as well as the remains of an adjoining structure that appeared to have been destroyed. Other footage showed ambulances bringing wounded men, women and children said to have been wounded in the strike to Al-Aqsa Hospital in the town of Deir al-Balah. Survivors said they had to step over shredded limbs as they scrambled over the rubble. "I can hardly stand up," one man holding a bag of human remains told AFP news agency. "We've been going through hell for 340 days now. What we've seen over these days, we haven't even seen it in Hollywood movies. Now we're seeing it in Gaza." Civil defense spokesman Mahmoud Basil said on Wednesday night that 18 people were killed, including UNRWA staff members, children and women, and that 18 others were injured. A Telegram post from the agency identified one of those killed as the daughter of one of its rescue workers, Momin Salmi. It said he had not seen Shadiao for 10 months because he had stayed in northern Gaza, while his wife and their 8 children had fled southwards. The BBC was not able to independently verify the death toll, but a medical source at Al-Aqsa Hospital in Nuseirat camp told AFP that a total of 15 people killed in the strike had been brought there and to Al-Aqsa Hospital.